Hello again, metalheads. It's another scorching hot day in Blighty, but I'm going out metal detecting. Now, PJ, down under, says that we don't know the meaning of hot here and we wouldn't survive it in Australia, but I've got a couple of ideas about that. What do you think? Now, my theory on Aussie metal detectorists is, one, they're so whacked out on plug that they are oblivious to feeling anything, and two, is they drink such copious amounts of piss-weak Aussie beer, they keep themselves completely hydrated. So, they ain't going to feel no heat, are they? Simple. So we're off and running, metalheads. Our first find of the day. Might not look much just lying there like that, but hang about. Let's look at it in profile. That's a rim there, so that's part of quite a decent sized pot, I'd say. Now, I've got this theory about this field and the next door field being a settlement, inhabited. That's a bit more strength to my harebrained scheme. Let's see what else we find. This is only my third signal of the session. The second signal was a bit more of that pot, and I'm barely beneath the surface here. I can't dig any deeper, but have a look over here, stuck in the clod. I think we might have a bit of silver here. I hope so. Right, that's flicked it out. Let's give it a clean up and see what we've got. Well, given it a spray with some water and dried it off, it's a little St. Christopher. There's no hallmark on it, but maybe that was on the rest of whatever it hung to. It's not a pendant, it's got a 4-point fixing on it, perhaps part of a bracelet. Still, silver again. Piece number 17 of 2022. Feeling good in the heat. Just had a repeatable 85, 86 signal, both directions. Flipped out a bit of a clod, that's how it's landed. Looks like we've got a coin going on here. Halfpenny size, looking pretty toasted. Let me give it a clean, but it's not looking promising for getting a ID off it. Bear with. It's very faint, but I can make a monarch out on there, especially when the coin was wet. Facing to the right, so it's either William III or George III. So very late 1600s, possibly through into the mid-late 1700s. Nothing spectacular, but a coin on the day. Right, I'm showing you this because it's really hard going digging the soil. It's like concrete, jumping up and down on the spade to knock it 1/4 of an inch into the ground each time. Little lid off a tin. Nothing spectacular, but at a 90-91 signal that needed digging. Well, stop to dig a target. These little fellas have wandered over. Come and say hello. How you doing, guys? Bit too hot for you as well, is it? Tiny little things. Taking quite an interest in my shovel. Hello. Oh, looks like the whole herd's coming over to join them now. Right, I'm going to get up off my knees before I get trampled. I have a commemorative piece here. In really bad order. The plough's knocked dirty great lumps off that. But there's a couple facing to the left on that side. And there is some wording on that side. Commemorative medallion maybe. I'll have a closer inspection when I get home. Cool. Well, metalheads, I've just had a couple of glorious hours gridding up and down my field. I'm going to head back home, get myself a nice cold drink and a bite for something to eat, and then I think I'll come back out and do another couple of hours tomorrow, so we've got a bit of a video to stitch together. Now, in the meantime, I'd like to offer you a bit of advice. While the BBC and the rest of the scum media are pumping propaganda fear porn down your throats about extreme weather events, do remember, this is not man-made climate change, it's called summer. Okay, catch you later. Lads, as promised, I'm back out again. It's Sunday. Mad Dogs and Mercians go out in the midday sun. Let's have a look what we can have up today. So we're in on our first target from where I finished yesterday. Not much to report, just a little horsey bridle ring. Still, it's all history. Well, once again, nothing too spectacular. Square shaped buckle. No real age, I don't think. But this field is wonderful and clean. I am not digging scrap. Happy days. It's coin time. George V, halfpenny. Reasonable condition. Turn it over. There's Britania on the back. 1914. Well, well, best we make this double coinage then. Underneath my coil there is where the George V halfpenny came out. Just a matter of a couple of feet. Over here, repeat prescription. George V halfpenny. Probably lost at the same time, I should imagine. Little bit of a coin spill. Lovely. Well, metalheads, I really don't know what I've got here. Very nearly didn't dig it. I've got my iron audio on the Ace 400i, and I was getting this tiniest iron grunt on the edges of it. Well, there's some orange on that side of the coin, so maybe it's been in the ground with some iron somewhere and picked up that rust on the surface. Perhaps that was what the grunt was. But I think it was a coin once upon a time. Got all the edges clipped off it. Never am I going to make out what that was. Still, a coin is a coin, or so they say. Oh yes, metalheads, as I'm gridding up and down the field, I think I'm about parallel where those other two George V halfpennies came out. Here is the third. 1914 again. Some kind of pocket spill, I'm sure. Here's another Mercian tip for you, keeping cool in this hot weather. Get your water spray bottle, spray yourself down. The breeze will keep you lovely and cool. And we all love a good squirt in the face. So there you go, metalheads. No sooner do I start talking about water, I dug a bloody great tap up. It's quite old, I guess. Can't make it up, could you? Well folks, that really does do it for this weekend, I think. Couple of hours done today, couple of hours yesterday. Bit of editing to do when I get home. Let's go and stitch this together and make a video for you to watch. See you shortly. So here we are, back home with the best bits of the weekend. Just a quick run through, nothing too spectacular here. Huge great old tap. Don't know if that's for a water supply, it is threaded on that end, or whether it's a beer barrel tap maybe. 3 buttons, tip off a thimble, couple of Aussie looking buckles and a harness ring. This little token would have been nice in its day. It's very soft, I think it's made of lead, but absolutely battered. William III halfpenny, coin that's that nondescript, I can't see what's on it. 3 George V halfpennies, that one perhaps in the best condition. And the piece of the weekend, piece of silver, number 17 of the year, with a little St. Christopher. I'm happy with that. Let's see what next weekend brings. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.